Yes, there it is. Let's see if we can get this guy in the net. Well, we're into another one, which is brilliant. Hi folks, welcome back to the River Foss Fishing YouTube channel. It is the day before opening, it's the 15th of June today, so I've actually just loaded up my car with gear and we're going to be heading out to the riverbank. It's about 8:30 in the evening now, so we should get there about 9, 9:15. We'll pick a swim, unload, get a little bit of bait in and be ready for fishing at midnight on the 16th of June. I'm beyond excited for this episode. I really hope we get into some barbel, maybe some chub. I'm going to get driving so we can get out of here and get down to the riverbank. Well, I've just pulled into the car park and there's no one else here. It's just gone 9 o'clock. So I'm going to get all of my kit out and go and check out on the river. There's a couple of people walking around down there, but I don't think they're fishing. I think they're just walking. So it looks like I'm going to have my pick of swims for tonight. So I'm going to pick one that I think is going to be really, really good and get settled in. And then we'll probably have 2 hours till midnight and we can get in and start fishing. Well, I've come down to one of the bottom corners thinking I was going to fish one of these swims, but I don't know if you can hear that there's a pump that they've put in to take the water up the hill, so there's going to be a constant whir all night, which I'm really not feeling. So I'm actually going to walk back up to one of the other swims I thought looked really good. I think I can probably fish 2 rods in that one as well. There's enough space, which is a rarity down here on this river. It's not very big at all. So I'm going to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes just walking back up the bank before getting set up and yeah, ensconced in a nice swim for the night. Well, I'm just setting up the rods here. I've got to switch them over from sort of a bream fishing setup to my barbeling setup, so get some running rigs on, things like that. That's going to be the next job, set up both rods, and then we'll get a little bit of bait, starting to introduce that into where I'm thinking I'm going to fish tonight. It's probably about 9:30. Let's just have a time check. It is 9:30 exactly, so 2.5 hours till the off. Well, we're all set up and in position now. Both rods are rigged up how I want them. I've actually put a little bit of bait upstream as well. Nothing downstream, because I'm just going to fish a straight ledger down there. All of the bait, the feeder, is going to go upstream. Hopefully, before too long, we'll get a barbel. It's already 10:15, so we're getting so close. The excitement is building. I can't wait to get these rods out and fishing. Well, it's starting to get dark now. The sun's just going behind the horizon there. I've made myself a coffee and I've put a few layers on to keep warm as well. Got a bit of a cake as well to eat. And it's really just waiting now. Very excited to get in, so not too long at all now. Cheers. Well, it's just rolled around to midnight, which means I'm going to get both of these rods out now. You're not going to see very much of this early part of the session. Sunrise is about 4:30, so fingers crossed we'll have some fish and we'll show them to you as I catch them. Well, we're into our first barbel. Yes, there it is. Let's see if we can get this guy in the net. Yeah, nice. Yes, it's in. Yes, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, we did it. We got into our first barbel of this new season on the opening night. We'll just get this one out quickly for a bit of a look. Wow, it's a little bit larger than I thought it was going to be actually. There it is. What a nice fish. Gave me a good fight, but it's time to get this one back in the water and thank it for being the first fish of my new season. What a barbel, absolutely brilliant. Let's get this guy back in the water. Well, I've just slipped that barbel back. It's brilliant to be off the mark for this season with an absolutely cracking fish that was actually bigger than I thought it was going to be. It didn't put up as much fight as barbel of that size usually do. The lights are just coming up, so all the birds are starting to sing and everything like that, but we've still got a good hour and a half before official sunrise, so there's still plenty of time to fish in this kind of dusk and hopefully get into another barbel. Right, I'm going to go lights out and see if we can get anything else. Well, it's just past sunup, or official sunup, so it's actually quite nice and light. It's warming up a little bit as well, which is really nice. I actually just had a really brilliant take, but it was just so powerful I couldn't stop the fish before it got to some snags. So unfortunately we lost that one, but I'm rebaited and I changed my hook link over to some braid to see if that'll help. But it's just tricky to slow these fish down. The river is so narrow, they just hit the snags straight away. So I'm going to have to be really on these rods now, because I don't think we're going to get too many more bites as it gets lighter and lighter. We're in. This feels like a good fish. Yep. Barbel. Brilliant. Let's drag off a tiny bit. It's actually a little smaller than the last one, I think. Okay. There it is. Not quite, nearly. There we go. Oh, too close. Yep. There we go. In the net. Brilliant. Great stuff. Yes. Oh, well, we're into another one, which is brilliant. Have a look at this one in the daylight. Hey, bud. Steady. Well, there it is. A nice little barbel there. Fought very hard. in excellent condition actually. These fish feel really warm, so I think the water is quite hot down there. But what a nice fish. Well happy to get into 2 today. Let's get this guy back in the water resting. Well, it's just pulled around to 7 o'clock and I've decided to pack up all my kit and head off home. I've obviously been up all night, so I'm pretty tired. It's been brilliant to get out and land a couple of nice barbel on the opening night of the season. I lost a few fish as well, which is unfortunate, but it's so snaggy in this river, that's inevitable really. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode and I really hope you've done well in your own fishing on the opening night. If you have enjoyed this episode, please just leave a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you hadn't already, and hope to see you in future videos. Thanks for watching.